Так. Магазин Прайс. Мадам Прайс.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Я рад.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now, but she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid.
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Я понял.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price, especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Посмотрим.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Спасибо.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Ну ладно, вы меня засмущали.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Так, ладно.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Любопытно.
May I look at your goods?
It's always...
Так. Перманганат. Купим. Перманганат. Сюда. Так, пока все. Стопы. Это топор Будда. Сволочь, а. Топор Будда продать могу, а это не могу. Вот же гады. Хорошая цена. Продаем. Высокая цена при перетаре. Это предмет можно разбирать на части. Ладно, разберем.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Задержусь, конечно.
It's locked.
Просто я видел. Опа, вот так вот. Она внизу. Заперта, да? Ладно.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you.
Угу, взаимо. Даже не сомневался.
Be careful, Carol. You're wasting good food here.
Yes, Mother.
I said be careful, child. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Mummy has been so clumsy again.
No, that's okay. It won't bleed for long.
You're so pale. Are you feeling sick? Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I'm fine. I already saw the doctor last week.
Don't be silly. You must see a doctor. Just don't tell him how clumsy your mummy is, all right? I love you so much, my baby.
I love you too, Mother.
What the fuck вообще? Блин, мне надо идти в коллозии. Я тут все с этими выясняю. Так, давай сейчас пока выясним с Алозией. Потому что я могу тогда завтра вечность провести вот это вот. Мне это нравится, но надо же речей знать. Надо пойти к Алозии уже наконец-таки. Так, ну тут явно какой-нибудь враждебный райончик. Здрасте. Уж ты, сука, быстрая. Это что, бесконтактный бой? Мастер бесконтактного боя? Так, ну тут ничего. Ага, я вижу. Опа. А явно в какой-то район. Уайтчепл. Мы здесь были. Так, ну здесь, наверное, нет смысла этим заниматься. Чё говоришь там? Что скажи? Постой, посвети. Ага, постой, посвети. Да на него направь ты, баран. Уже достали конкретно эти твари. Да, столько лет прошло, игра не оптимизирована. Жесть. Ну, там, видели, мыльцо было от сцене. У дочки этой женщины. Так, что у нас здесь? Закрытый район. Только не говори мне, что это особняк Алузии. Угу. Да, интересное место. Это особняк Алузии. Явно. Опа. Ну вот сейчас, кстати, можно прокачаться. Да. Сквозной проход. Это удобно. Так, оружие можно качнуть. Опа. И это что? Увеличивает скорость восстановления выносливости на 150% на 15 секунд. Так, ну все. Так. О, да, вот это вот. А, это п-п-п. Нет, не зайдешь. Походу, зря пришел. А может и нет? О, нет, не зря. Ага. Любопытно. Здравствуйте. Второй Ракеш Чадана. Да, закрытым. Преступное уничтожение знаний. Вампиры опасны, смертельно опасны, иногда они жестоки. Это факт, с которым я не буду спорить. Именно поэтому мы должны понять, кто они, и достичь с ними взаимопонимания. Вы помните, как в 1548 году один из нас наконец разыскал Иосифа Флавия в Испании и побеседовал с ним? Вы помните, как каждое из тщательно подобранных слов вампира восхищало нас, как его речь назвали окном в прошлое, о котором у нас осталось лишь обрывочное представление? Так вот, Иосифа Флавия больше нет. Несколько недель назад его убили охотники Ватикана. С ним исчезла сокровищница знаний об истоках нашей цивилизации. Это, возможно, столь же чудовищное преступление, как и убийство невинного человека вампиром. Именно поэтому действия стражей Привина столь же преступны, сколь и бессмысленны. Каждый раз, когда они выслеживают одного из древних вампиров Англии, они вместо того, чтобы обращаться с ним осторожно и уважительно, уничтожают то общее, что связывает нас с бессмертными. Они лишают нас возможностей. Великая охота – преступление, потому что охотник бездумно уничтожает слова и мысли, утоляя жажду из источника знаний. Ашер Толлтри, глава Братства Святого Павла. Интересно. Я думал, у него татуха.
Jonathan Reed, at last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Ashur Толлтри.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you are a new Ekon who relishes his blood diet.
Я бы не сказал, что я там прям наслаждаюсь.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Ого. Ну, давайте первый раз попробуем.
Here is the money.
The hermit. An old man. A broken soul who has seen too much. The burden of guilt. This man will give up once the disease is defeated.
Спасибо.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Prewen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Интересный он мужик. Ого.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course, but I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Prewen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Интересно очень.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
Your heart will bleed back all the blood you drank, but it will not put out the fire your treachery has lit.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth! Now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
Так, ну вроде все.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Интересно, кстати, очень интересно. Ашер Толлтри. Нам осталось только Братство Привина, да, по-моему. Найти их и все. 150. Да ладно. До свидания.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. The Fool and the Empress. Again, what are the cards trying to tell us?
Получается, шарлатан реально.
A red river, a song in the dark.
Но здесь явно какой-то Assassin's Creed. Ну ладно. Так, ну все, мы все спросили, все узнали. Теперь можем реально со спокойной душой идти к Алойзии Доусону.
It's locked, all right.
Так, ладно. Я только сейчас увидел. Погнали. Алузия. Я пришел. Особняк Доусона. А где все? Мы же слышали он.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Вопроса нет, я не сделаю. Шиллинги. Угу. Так. Как я не люблю вот это вот пылесосение. То есть, не, ну оно помогает выжить, но столько времени тратится на это. Газетная статья. Казнь Джона Фрэнсиса Спэрроу. Джона Фрэнсиса Спэрроу, 21 год, сегодня утром повесили в тюрьме Пентонвилля. Мистера Спэрроу приговорили к смертной казни за убийство его сестры Александры Спэрроу. Он до самого конца заявлял о своей невиновности. Доказательств того, что он присутствовал на месте преступления, предъявлено не было, но, тем не менее, его приговорили к смертной казни и повесили. Скотланд-Ярд отказался пересмотреть это дело, несмотря на множество белых пятен в цепи событий, которые привели к смерти мисс Спэрроу. Чарльз Олбрайт, проводивший расследование по причине Скотланд-Ярда, отказался ответить на вопросы. Однако, 3 недели назад его понизили в должности без официального объяснения причин. Такой странный способ наградить сотрудника за успешно проведенное расследование. Клейтон Дарби.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Олбрайт thinks about his punishment.
Лоханулся он. Или подкупили. Просто пацана так не зазря. Не зря он говорил, что Доусон может откупиться. Скорее всего, это Доусон все сделал. Угу. А Олбрайту ничего не оставалось, просто ему надо было его... Ну, не прям надо было прикрыть, просто у него выборов, наверное, не было.
It's locked, all right.
Да, попозже. Locked, all right. Угу. Не очень люблю я реально вот так вот тыкаться. А что поделать? Мало ли. Так, закрытым. А где? А где? А, вот он. Лежит, отдыхает. Сволочь такая старая. Так, есть еще что-нибудь, что я могу забрать?
It's locked.
Все, ладно, пошли. Долго я это тянул.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Мы можем подождать немного. Убить. Сделать вампиром. Подождать. Блин. Я не знаю, что выбирать. Я просто не знаю, что после вот этого будет. Так.
I'm the only vampire in the room for now, so please indulge me.
All right. What is it you wish to ask?
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
Ну все, чувак, тогда ты вообще нахрен не нужен мне.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Ну, единственное, что, наверное, мы теряем прям самого могущественного вампира. Ну, наверное, не считая лорда Редгрейфа.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Но это мы уже слышали.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
Понятно.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Обратить, объять. Забудьте о страхе смерти. Давайте посмотрим.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
Ну вот и все. Отлично. И спокойно, Алозий. А мы на следующий день вернемся туда и заберем с него сокровища. Да, было прикольно. Лорду Редгрейву. Да, приперся, старый. Ну, типа, ну так бывает. Просто... Можно мне вам не говорить? Я пойду, да? Ладно, сообщим, ну чё уж.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Vanished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Не обиделся. Обидели мышку, написали в норку. А интересно, можно поговорить?
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital.
Ну
Do not
ладно.
dare show yourself again, you or that monstrosity you bring to my door.
Обиделся реально. Лакса-вакса, да? Реально смешной такой. Этот бристольский. Церковь в Темпле. А она что здесь делает?
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths, truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Очень интересно. Типа...
No time to lose then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Я люблю ее. Так, ладно. Young Ekin. Я бы хотел... Говорит, быстрее беги, говорит, беги быстрее, там Суонси, пиздец. Похрену. Мы сейчас пойдем к леди Эшбери, поговорим с ней. Сейчас пойдем, доделаем вот это задание. Найти записную книгу, которая Стража Привина украли у Ашера Толлтри. Угу, хорошо. Так. Здесь еще... Да, я хочу перед конечным этим. Я так понимаю, это уже финал. Естественно. Естественно, этот финал мы уже, наверное, в следующей серии продолжим. Сейчас я, наверное, сбегаю по вот этим вот сайдам. Так, здесь мы всех нашли. Теперь... мы можем поспать. Да, так, смотри. Посмотрим, где. Это Уайтчепеле. Так, хорошо. Этот у нас здесь. Так, теперь эти. У нас еще это поговорить. Короче, дело не в проворот. Вот этих надо вылечить. И потом прокачаться. Наверное, я сделаю... И скушать Эдвину Кокс. Эдвину Кокс скушать и скушать этого урода. Так. Нам с вами так сделать. Наверное, проще. Сейчас побежим. Поговорим с жителями. При вас я поговорю с жителями, а там уже прокачаюсь я, наверное, за кадром или просто вставочкой сделаю, что я вот... Как я сделал. Так. О, чувак, я кое-что у тебя узнал.
Dr. Reed.
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty can sometimes be appropriate.
Those are strange, cold words coming from a doctor who claims to take every risk to save lives on these dangerous streets.
Да и ладно, не надо, я его есть не собирался. Правда. Ну, такой дурак. Ну ладно. Все, до свидания, поболтали. Так, там мы были? Были. Ага, у нас осталась вот эта мадам. О, дедочка, здравствуй.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Я видел это ангельское терпение.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Ну, да.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithicut used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Ага, я понял, да. Нитеркот.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Печально.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
Угу, я видел.
Goodbye.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Miss Praice.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Я видел, ты там что-то не скрываешь.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patients.
Seen what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reed? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy. Not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
I'm not judging you, Carolyn. I believe you're a victim too. I'm just trying to explain that you need medical help.
You will not separate me from my flesh and blood, Dr. Reed. We'd rather die.
Понятно. Сумасшедшая
Goodbye
мамашка.
for now, Miss Price.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Девочка,
I cannot enter.
ну, тебе только здоровья.
Good evening.
My mother...
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
Your mother is terribly sick, Carol. She suffers from one of the most sadistic attitudes I've ever encountered, and tortures you with a twisted sense of love.
No, my mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
обе какие-то...
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Оп. А, они туда зайдут. Совместный суицид.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Мне кажется, это была отсылка к одной из игр Don't Not'ов, Life is Strange, там же тоже они бежали. Блин, прикольно. Мне кажется, это реально отсылочка на одной из серий игр Don't Not. Так, сейчас мы не занимаемся этим. Сейчас я делаю по-другому. А вот и я. Стоит он. Пойдем поговорим.
Good evening.
Не болен, да? И выяснить о тебе нечего.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than...
All scientists are entangled in all
А мы это
quite
слышали.
Well, what do you mean?
the bit.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Да, я просто пытаюсь разузнать.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher, a small-time Torquemada, the Savonarola of Whitechapel.
How come I'm still here while Joseph Larrabee is dead then?
What are you talking about?
The vicar of St. Mary's Church has been found dead on a grave. God clearly chose me, Doctor. I am the answer. I carry the fire.
Я только для этого и спрашивал.
Tell me the reason why you despise Joseph Larrabee so much, Tobias.
A faithless shepherd is the worst criminal, for he leads his flock to the abyss by disregarding the right path. God smote this man, for he doubted.
I only met him briefly, but he seemed a dedicated man who tried to provide guidance.
Do you not believe in punishment, my son? I am not talking about the law of men. I am talking about judgment from heaven.
I believe that we are, as men, our own judges, juries, and executioners.
Armageddon is upon us, Dr. Reed. The final battle where every soul will be weighed. I'm afraid yours will burn for a long time.
Я с ним болтал только ради того, чтобы заполнить его шкалу крови. А теперь пришло время. Пойдемте, пастор. Меч Божий. Я тоже себе такой хочу. Давайте. Тоже буду обладать этим Божьим огненным мечом. Unlucky.
Please forgive me, my lord, for my eyes were blind to the devil in front of me.
Ну да.
My task will remain unachieved.
Конечно. Я один такой плохой. Угу. Да похрену, пострадает район. Эдвина, я пришел за тобой. Эдвина, знаешь что? Я умею.
Good evening, Miss.
Hello.
Can I see what you...
As long as...
Охренеть. Это дорогущая хрень. Ну, зато теперь есть. Подожди, это 12.
Hello again.
Ну все. Смотри, что умею. Я не знаю, что это за звук, но что поделаешь. Ну, все. Эдвине пришел конец.
My boys will avenge me. In the end, I will laugh at you.
Двустволка Эдвины. Вот так вот. Да ничего не припомнят. Помрут раньше времени. Смерть Алоизия Доусона. Ночью умер весьма уважаемый житель Сити Алоизий Доусон, соучредитель и глава компании Доусон и Доусон, скончался на 71-м году жизни. В последнее время здоровье мистера Доусона резко ухудшилось. Некогда деятельный бизнесмен почти перестал посещать светские собрания после того, как потерял брата. Теперь же Англия потеряла одного из самых влиятельных своих подданных, искушенного коллекционера произведений искусства и филантропа. Не так давно он добился разрешения возвести стену вокруг Сити, чтобы сдержать эпидемию испанского гриппа, которая грозит опустошить Лондон. Впрочем, всего за несколько часов до смерти мистер Доусон отменил постройку этой стены. Более того, он пожертвовал крупную сумму каждой из больниц Лондона, не обделив и небольшие клиники и амбулатории. Значит ли это, что в Алоизии Доусоне, известном своей жестокостью и консервативностью, пробудилось чувство милосердия? Мы не знаем, однако, благодаря его щедрости, врачи смогли пополнить запасы медикаментов. За последние 24 часа смертность в городе существенно снизилась. Без сомнения, сотни благодарных жителей города собираются на кладбище Святой Марии, чтобы проводить своего благодетеля в последний путь. СЛА. Вот так вот. Бесследно его кончина не прошла, но в принципе нормально, чё. В судьбе столпа общества сообщила пресса. Нормально. Здоровый район. Хорошо, чё. Вот. И здесь тоже все. Ого. Ой. Умер случайно, да? Unlucky. Что поделаешь. Надо хорошо было себя вести. О. Все как-то моментально выздоровели. Ой. Получается, смерть здесь. Нет новостей из порта Истенда. Нет, эта катастрофа не случайность. Сегодня с 2 часов ночи порт Истенда официально изолирован. В полицейских отчетах значится, что внезапная эскалация насилия заставила власти изолировать район. Жители эвакуировали во временные убежища. С тех пор власти и Скотланд-Ярд перекидывают ответственность за события друг на друга. Может быть, виноваты распоясавшиеся бандиты, выпившие всю кровь из района? Может быть, все дело в безумной убийце, который разгуливает на свободе? Нет, дело не в них. Все, кто говорит, будто это неожиданно, или лжецы, или слепцы с разумом двухлетнего ребенка. Это не банды, они были частью нашего города так давно, что преступность стала обыденностью. Это не серийный убийца. Наши врачи отвергли эту идею, изучив причины смертей, среди которых было все, от старости и болезни до убийства и несчастных случаев. Нет, не ищите на кого свалить вину, не надейтесь, виноваты вы и я. Все мы предвидели это, и все мы сейчас, как последние трусы, делаем вид, как будто удивлены. Это мы ничего не сделали, мы должны каяться. Мысленно с друзьями, соседями и незнакомцами. Дай бог вам разыскать своих близких в добром здравии, В. Ну, получается, зря я их скушал, да? Да ладно, чё. Тут этих жалко, конечно. Ну и этого тоже. Ну, чё поделаешь, unlucky. Газеты сообщили, что пал еще один район Лондона. Ну, все, что поделаешь. Вы проголосовали за смерть двоих. Ну, я их и выпил, ну, типа, все. Теперь будем знать. Да, было очень интересно. Очень увлекательно, особенно с бедным районом порта. Теперь он у нас просто зашивается, но ничего не поделаешь. Всем спокойной мрачной ночи. До скорого. Пока-пока.